Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. On Thursday. My birthday's on Thursday. But my brother's birthday is actually today. So go to his most recent video and tell him happy birthday. And then come back to this video and then wish me a happy early birthday. Or birthday if you're watching this on Thursday. Either one's fine for me. Wow, I'm 25 now. That's a quarter of a century. And this is a large list. So let's get started. I'll preface this not in order of my most favorite to least favorite. I just want a countdown.
Ramesses, let my people go!
I have a whole video about this film. It's a beautiful film, and to even hit home my point on how everyone enjoys it, my friend from Walmart said, even though it's a religious film, it's a great film. And I think that sums up the film. The animation, the music, the imagery. Mwah.
Move to the right. Hold on, Anakin. You're gonna get us both killed.
My favorite Star Wars film. The way you watch the film and you just feel sadness when Anakin makes the worst decision of his entire life. Also the battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan. Oh my god, sequels take notes.
What you need is a little help from the love monkey.
The love monkey?
I stand by my opinion that this is a great film. It's a wholesome movie about family and being kind to others. It's got clashing ideologies with Aladar and Crone. I've always watched this film since as long as I can remember. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
I'll lure her out. Get ready.
The 2010 reboot of the 1981 film with a more action-oriented approach. I love the design of the creatures. Medusa is still beautiful with a snake body. The action scenes, though some suffer from the shaky camera syndrome, they kick ass. This is also the movie that introduced me to Sam Worthington, even with Avatar coming out a year before. What a successful experiment. The fact that there are only 25 lines of spoken dialogue in this hour-and-a-half film stands as an example to anyone who can't watch a film with subtitles is truly missing out on an experience. The alien designs are also very creepy with how they move and how they navigate.
Just let me go.
Is that a knife? Is that a real knife?
Yes, it's a real knife.
My weakness, it's small knives.
Just let me go.
Anything but knives!
Oh, it's so simple.
When this film came out, I, like many others, were surprised Tobey was gone. Where's my Spider-Man? That's not him. And after watching it, I liked it. Sure, I had some issues with how Andrew's Parker was like Spider-Man with and without the mask, and less geeky than the comics and Tobey's Parker. But the scene with him building his web shooters and his costume alterations might be my favorite Spider-Man scene since the 2002 final battle between Tobey's Spidey and Goblin.
Because he's not only Bella, king of the kaiju, he's also my dad.
This is mainly nostalgia for me. I remember sitting in my living room in my house in the country outside of town and eating ramen on a tray on the couch while sick, watching this film at night. When I made the Hey Remember Fire Breather video, I found it on Blu-ray and watched it, and it was still a good watch. I'm just surprised it hasn't gotten a sequel or a TV show based on it, like it was supposed to.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Robin Williams has never creeped me out as much as he did as Cy Parrish. I watched this in one of my classes in college for filmmaking. It starts off fine until it slowly begins to show Cy's true nature, and that's when you start to get creeped out by his actions. I will note that my brother is aware of this only because of the Neon Genesis Evangelion reference where Cy says,
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
You scum. Still got some fight left in you?
I will always love this version of Broly. He was such a monster. I will say that my Blu-ray copy has generic Dragon Ball music instead of the rock music, specifically Pantera's 10 for Broly's transformation scene. I will never forgive. I must find a VHS copy. The fight basically ends with the power of friendship saving the Z Fighters, but I like it. It's justified since you just watch Broly smack them around like they were flies.
Dr. Grant, my dear Dr. Sattler, welcome. to Jurassic Park.
The first Jurassic Park film will always be not only my favorite film in the franchise, but my favorite movie of all time. The story, the characters, the dinosaurs, the disaster, everything in my eyes is perfect. I don't think there's another film that I could quote in its entirety like this film. I had to have watched this movie at least 1,000 times in my life, and I could watch it 1,000 more times.
Ventura!
Yes, Satan? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You sounded like someone else.
Ace Ventura is my favorite Jim Carrey film and character. The over-the-top performance he gives as the pet detective is what sells the film for me. When you see Ace with normal people, it has a great element of comedy with how he acts, especially since even though he's a pet detective, he's still a detective. So he's doing the stuff detectives do, but in a more comedic way, which is a plus. The first film does have a trans joke that doesn't age well, in my opinion, but other than that, it's a classic film in my eyes.
Careful, Austin! Watch out! Watch out!
Similar to Ace Ventura, Austin Powers is my favorite Mike Myers character, and the first film is my favorite of his. The fish out of water story, along with the parodying of James Bond, works really well for this. I also love the jokes, especially the meta jokes about the spy film tropes.
Bill! I did great. They even applauded. Sort of.
I hate to burst your bubble, kid, but that ain't applause.
I don't care if it's not accurate to the myth. I love this film, damn it. I owned it on VHS when I was a kid, and at some point, along with my Prince of Egypt VHS, I lost it, but now I own it on Blu-ray and VHS again. I just love the story and the characters in it. My favorite bits are the Hydra fight and when Herc swims in the river Styx to get Meg's soul back.
I'm a hex girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. I'm gonna put a spell on you.
Do I really have to say why this is on the list? It's not just because I'm a simp, though. I do love the twist villain with, spoilers for a 25-year-old film, Ben Ravencroft, aka Tim Curry. But I also love the aesthetic of the film with it set in New England.
Miguel and Tulio. Tulio and Miguel, mighty and powerful gods.
Hello.
This is just a classic to me. The idea that literally the only thing keeping Miguel and Tulio alive and safe is literally the plot is so funny. The stone jaguar scene is always my favorite, tied with the boat scene at the end. I just have so much nostalgia for this film, it's hard for me to critique it. However, when I get to my DreamWorks ranking video, I'll make a non-biased objections to it.
You do swim, do you not?
Oh, I swim pretty pretty good. Good, swim good, pretty good. I swim pretty good.
Similar to El Dorado, I love this film till death do us part, and I will somehow find a way to watch it in the afterlife.
How the home did you get Atlantis here?
I love the end battle to save Kita from Rourke and Helga as they try to fly out from the dormant volcano. Also the imagery when Crystal Kita creates a force field to protect Atlantis from the lava is also breathtaking. In fact, every shot in this film is breathtaking.
Next stop, Bikini Bottom!
I will always never not let people know this is supposed to be the series finale. What the fuck did I just write? This film is supposed to be viewed as a finale, which makes sense when you realize Plankton got the formula and SpongeBob grew up and became manager of the Krusty Krab 2. I feel Nickelodeon is planning for when they finally let SpongeBob rest to re-release this as the finale again.
People are trying to sleep, Guy. Couldn't you wait until tomorrow to go on a rampage?
The first time Ben Tennyson hit live action is my favorite out of all the Ben 10 movies we have. This is the first time we see aliens like Heat Blast and Wildman in live action. Wildman always looks weird to me though. Something about this mouth. This is also the best version of a live action Omnitrix we have seen. If the Omnitrix was real, it would definitely look like this. We also got introduced to the now non-canon version of Eon. So if you ever wonder where this villain came from, it's here. And he originally was an older, for some reason, British Ben.
That guy on base?
Oh, yeah?
That's Todd.
I know! Oh, yeah!
No? Oh no!
So I watched this, Jaws, and 1 Hour Photo in college, and like those two, I instantly fell in love with it. The way its VFX is like a video game, and the concept of falling in love with someone means you have to fight their exes is funny and great to me.
Your boyfriend's a badass.
When they not only announced a 4th Jurassic Park film, but released that trailer for Jurassic World, let me tell you, I was fucking hyped. My partner at the time and I went to the theater to watch it, and it did not disappoint me at least. When the Indominus Rex crashes its head into the OG Visitor Center, it made me jump in my seat. It was also nice that they made the T-Rex the original, one and only Rexy from the original movie.
Ooh, the fucking nobody?
That fucking nobody is John Wick.
What can I say that hasn't been said about the first John Wick? Do I really have to explain why I like this film? Come on, the action is amazing. I also did do a review on it if you wanted to see that. Link in the description.
This time it'll be Gokuja, Vekujo. How about Gogeta?
This Broly is also pretty great. He has more character than his previous version. People complain how Broly is as powerful in Super Saiyan form as Goku and Vegeta are in Super Saiyan Blue, but do you really watch Dragon Ball because of the plot? No! You're watching two super alien bodybuilders beating the shit out of each other.
Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder!
Who's scruffy looking?
Just because one Star Wars film made it on didn't mean two couldn't. This is my favorite film of the original trilogy. The way it built up to the somber ending is always great for me, which is probably why I love Revenge of the Sith ending. The ending is sad, but still, as Luke, Leia, and the droids look out into the vastness of space, there's still hope in the air that they can win, and it's a great feeling.
Now he must sadly wait another long year until the next performance. Nothing for Jerry in this empty place, except his love of the ballet.
This is my favorite Christmas film. I love Tom and Jerry, and Tom and Jerry, A Nutcracker's Tale is no exception. I love the film's pacing and how Jerry is doing all of this to save his friends and kingdom from Tom and the cats.
Listen to you two quarreling like an old married couple.
Why don't you run along and play with your chemistry set?
Hands down the best Harry Potter film out of all of them. The pacing, the cinematography, the stag scene alone gives me chills every time with the visuals and score. This is also, in my personal opinion, the best look the trio had in all the films. And I can say that because also Kai and I went to watch this film in the theaters 2 months ago, and it was still fucking good. Yeah, those are my 25 favorite movies in my lifetime. Well, just my 25 favorite movies that I've ever seen. Let me know in the comments below where your favorite movies in your life and that. Give the amount that you've been alive just like how I did. And until the next video, I'll see you in the future.